Hey guys, Adam here, the roof strategist. We are live. Now, the reason we are live is because a lot of people are going on lockdown, the stay-at-home orders for COVID-19. My inbox has been blowing up with questions about the coronavirus, sales, what we can do. And I decided that I'm going to start doing these every day, except the weekends, because I want to spend some time with family. But I'm going to be doing them daily during the week at various times. And I want to provide a platform for people who are at home or not out as much to show up and get some coaching, get their questions answered, not only for the COVID-19 stuff, just sales in general. Guys, we're here. Let's bond together as a community. Let's make the best of it, have some fun, invest in ourselves. So here's a scoop. I'm going to be jumping into a couple things real quick, but for anyone who wants to get notices, I don't have these charted out yet because my schedule every day is a little different. So what I'm going to do is send some emails to the Roof Insiders list on when I'll be going live so you guys can start planning ahead. So if you want to get notified of when that happens, join the Roof Sales Insider list, and I'm pulling it up right now so you can pop in here. I'm going to put a link in the chat. There's a comment. So you can go there. I'll put a link after this too, once it's live, in the description as well. So if you want to get notified of these lockdown lives, there's going to be free interactive coaching sessions. Bring your team. The recordings will be up here. And again, I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So other news before we go any further, all the Roof Strategist stuff is now from the YouTube channel getting uploaded on podcast, and it is live. It should be in the iTunes library shortly. It's on Spotify and Stitcher right now. So for you guys that might be driving around in the truck, want some inspiration, want to re-listen to anything. I know some of you have sent me screenshots of you setting up in the cup holder and streaming videos while you drive around. If you don't want to burn your bandwidth, then join me on the podcast. Every Tuesday morning for all my new videos moving forward, they're going to be posted there so you can listen as well as watch the videos. So for those of you that are joining me here, thank you for being here. I want to chat a little bit about what we can do collectively as an industry while these stay-at-home orders are in place. I did receive an email from a rep at GAF, specifically for Wisconsin, that just had a stay-at-home order, and they said that construction and roofing right now is considered an essential trade. Please, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a doctor. Go source the information you need from those credible resources. However, if it is deemed an essential trade, it still means that we have to be safe and we have to be smart and recognize that our customers and homeowners are going to be a little bit on edge. Some people aren't taking this very seriously. Some people are really lax. Other people are like, they're taking the social distancing thing incredibly, incredibly seriously. We want to respect everyone and stay safe. So I wanted today to give you guys a few tips and insights into what you can do during this time to fill your pipeline, invest in yourself, and to start generating some leads and how to facilitate that. And Ivan, the name of the podcast is The Roof Strategist, exact same name as the YouTube channel. So first and foremost, people are saying, Adam, what do we do? Can we still run inspections? Now, I've been talking with a number of people on doing a two-stage process. So if you're using the direct mail strategy from the video that posted, what day is it? Wednesday. So it went up yesterday. I'm using those 5 letters that are in my battle pack. If you want to write your own, do that too. But the point is, when you use direct mail strategically, you can respect homeowners' space and time, because right now it's probably not the best time to be showing up, especially if it's not legal or allowed in your area. But in general, I would advise against it. I've got my email pulled up on my other screen, or my other side of my screen here, from a couple emails saying, hey, I've got these letters. I'm using your battle pack and I want to edit the letters a little bit. And I want to give some insight into that. And by the way, anyone who's emailed me, I invited Adam@roofstrategist.com. My inbox filled up real quickly, especially in the last couple of days. So if it takes me a little bit to get back to you, just know I promise I will get back to you. So for those of you who are using direct mail or want to use direct mail, first watch my Under the Radar Sales Letter video and the video I put up yesterday, which is some strategies to generate leads without going door to door. The letters, by the way, in my battle pack will need to get edited for this time. And for those, I'm likely, anyone who's purchased, I'm likely going to be coming up just with some modified letters to send out to everybody. So if you want to get in on that, anyone who does purchase or has purchased will get an update. I'm working on that as quick as I can. I don't have a delivery date right now, but I am working hard at that. So here's what you need to do. Inspections can still happen. Jobs in progress can still happen. Your team needs to be safe. You need to be safe. I do not want anyone to take any of this as putting anyone, any customer or any crew or anyone on your team at jeopardy or violating the CDC advice. So here's what I mean by two-stage process. One, you can still do consultations over the phone and or Zoom. My favorite softwares, which by the way, I'm not affiliated, zoom.us, I believe. It's a video conferencing platform. There's also Google Hangouts and there's FaceTime on your phone. For any customers that you engage with using direct mail, I would recommend, instead of pumping the brakes and waiting for this stuff to pass, be proactive, because you can still generate leads and say, listen, we are respecting the CDC guidelines, and I recognize that it's not wise for us to come into your home. That being said, I can still serve you entirely safe without requiring any interaction. So here's what we can do. I would love to explain what we can do for you and answer any of your questions over a video conference. We're scheduling them very flexibly around your schedule, okay? After our video conference, I'll show up at your home. You don't have to come out. We don't have to touch. You stay in your house. I'm going to show up and I'm going to do my inspection on your home, okay? I'm going to bring my phone and take photos and videos and then give you a summary of how everything went, okay? Now, for those of you who have emailed me, you'll often get a reply via video. I use a program called Use Loom. That's USELOOM. I think it's useloom.com. Let me just double check. Use Loom. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to put that here in the comments as well. So it's useloom.com. It's a free video extension plugin, okay, for Google Chrome. So when you, and Travis, I'm going to answer your question in a second. When you offer this service to people and you say, listen, we want to respect you, your safety, and your home. If you're interested, we can get the process underway. I can explain everything. You can meet me face to face. It'll be like I'm right there without jeopardizing anyone's safety. Okay. Now, after that initial conversation or consultation, which by the way, you can do in your truck even, I'm going to show up at your house, bring my phone. I'll do my inspection. You don't need to come out. I'm going to take photos and videos and I'll send you a report. Okay. So you can send them the email, gather their email from your initial conference. Then pop them over an email or a text message, however you want to do it. There's plenty of ways to do video. I just like Loom because I click record, it records my screen and my video, and I can walk people through it. But that way you can deliver essentially a video report and you can advertise this to your customers. So again, if you're using my marketing battle pack or a modification of your own letters or my letters, you can say, listen, what we will provide is a free video consultation to answer all your questions and a no contact required video inspection. So we're going to show up, you stay in the house, I'm going to do photo, video, and then I'm going to send you a report. So you can include the video from your phone. You can text it to them. You can email it to them. You can even ask, like, what do you prefer, text or email? And then you can pop that over to them. And then again, if you want, this is a time, by the way, I'm going to go a little bit just on the personal side, because I think that with everything that's going on, people are coming together as community, and there's a lot more personal connection going on. I'm seeing businesses left and right, just like stepping up to be there to provide better service. They're understanding and they're caring, with very rare exception. So use this as an opportunity to shine. So when you're sending that video over, and for those of you that have emailed me and seen this, it's incredibly personal. It's like I'm right there having a conversation with you. So when your customer sees this, you can at least kickstart that relationship and get things, further down the process, so you're ready to rock. And for those of you, those companies that have that structure set up, you absolutely can start using documents to do electronic signatures. So you can get the contingency agreement signed, change orders signed. You can pick colors. You can drop a sample board off and let folks pick colors, and then again, fill that paperwork out electronically. There's plenty of ways. Just Google, electronic signatures. You can scan them in and use PDFs, or you can use a program like DocuSign or something like that. So Travis says, hey, what advice do you have for new people that are recently employed? Is there any hope for new people? Any good questions I should ask my boss? Travis, this is a great question. Is there hope? Yes. Will it maybe take a little longer? The answer is yes. I wouldn't freak out. Now, the reason I say I wouldn't freak out is this will pass. It might be a few weeks. It might be a few months as things go. But again, roofing is considered an essential trade. We need to get creative right now. And there's that balance. A lot of people are wanting to pump the brakes and just absolutely stop. What will happen to companies that are doing that is if they sit this out, if you're a salesperson and you literally sit this out and wait this thing out, you're going to come into the season when the floodgates, so to speak, reopen, and you're going to get caught on your heels with nothing. So even if it's making relationships or creating relationships, I put up a video, I don't remember the date, but it was March 6th, maybe. I think it was March 6th on networking with insurance agents for a pipeline of referrals from insurance agents. Go watch that video. Use this time to network with agents, okay? I know that there was a tornado and hail in Texas already. People need work. So is it hopeless? Absolutely not. Do you have to be patient? Yes. You got to be safe? Absolutely. So my advice for new people is don't let off the gas at all and fill your pipeline so it's ready to roll. The other thing that you can do, sorry, it is really dry here. The other thing you can do is basically create a priority list. So when you are connecting with people, say, listen, we're going to do that video consultation. I'm going to answer all your questions. You can even do it over the phone. I like video because it's more personable and people are getting used to it, especially most folks that are home or having to work remote. Everybody is turning to video platforms. So again, Google Hangout, Zoom, FaceTime, anything that works. Then do your inspection. Again, take pictures and videos, send it to them via text or email. Use Loom for screencasting if you want, or filming yourself and just sending it over in a quick, easy way. And then say, listen, we can get things underway. I'm putting together basically a priority list. So as soon as we're able to start servicing again, this is when it'll happen, okay? So that is my best advice for new people and for anyone who wants to keep this thing going. Now, when it comes to production, I recognize there's a lot of people that might be watching who have jobs in production as we speak, or jobs that are done and need to be collected. And then there's these issues going on like, crap, I want to get my commission, money's out on the street, I got to get it collected. Or you started production, maybe people are wanting to delay production. I've gotten emails saying I lost a deal, someone wants to put off production, I need to get final payment collected. By the way, email me. Like if you can't show up on the live, what I would love to do is have you email me, Adam@RoofStrategist, and just submit those questions via email, because that way I can at least touch on them. And if you miss it, then you'll be able to watch the recording. And again, if you want to get notifications on when I'll be live, which will be different each day, just join the Roof Sales Insiders. There's a link in the chat. TheRoofStrategist.com will bring you there. All right. So in production, when your jobs are in production, if people need to pause, you have to respect it, okay? I would encourage you, depending on your company, your crew, and the city, state you're operating in, the county, like our county that I live in, just showed up and said, hey, like my phone, the emergency text alert, you're on lockdown. Jason, I do have your email, by the way. It's literally up. And I'm going to look through it and get back to you right when this is done. So Maryland states that roofing is allowed. Ivan, yes. So is Wisconsin, so far as I know. So again, don't take any of this as legal advice. All this stuff is a moving target and it's changing. Many places are considering roofing or construction an essential trade. It still means that your crew has to be safe. I would encourage you to educate your crew or have the owner educate the crew on what they need to do. Luckily, social distancing on a roof isn't too hard. You can have a guy working on one slope or the other slope. But it's important to communicate to your homeowner, and to make sure people are taking care of each other and being smart through the process. So educate your homeowners on what you're doing as a company so the crew can continue installs. Okay. That's one thing. Jobs that are done where you need to collect money, just do it by mail. Call people up. Again, thank you, Jason. I'll send you a video too, by the way. So you can see what I mean using I don't know if you can see the chat, but use Loom for videoing with folks. And Jason, I don't know if you joined late, but rewatch this because I touched on the question in your email in the beginning. Make sure that when people are done and need collection, keep it as personal as possible. Guys, I can't even emphasize this enough. For those of you that want to sit back and pump the brakes, people are going to freak out that you're gone, you're going out of business, whatever it is. You need to keep on the gas, Okay. So don't be afraid. Film a video, shoot a text message over, be personal, be human, connect with people as if you could, if you were there, and say, listen, the job's done. I'm invoicing the insurance company. When you get that final payment, I realize I'm not going to be able to swing by like I normally would like to. So what I'm going to do is pop over a letter and allow you to just mail it back. So a couple of tips just to look like a hero. Guys, postage is cheap. Provide them a postage paid envelope so they can put the check in. That's an option. Option 2, drop off everything at their doorstep. Hang it on the door so that way they're social distancing, put it in a plastic bag and hang it on the door. Okay. That way they have everything they need. If there's paperwork, if you have a post-production checklist, which I encourage you to do, you can walk through, take your photos, send the photos, say, hey, I did my inspection. Everything looks great. I'm going to swing by in a little baggie. I'm going to put a postage paid envelope to make it easy for you to submit final payment, and any of the paperwork, warranty stuff, whatever you need to deliver to them, you can just drop it by their house. It's a great way to, again, just have that very, very high level of service. Again, being human and making it easy, because ultimately the last thing you want to do is have folks not submit final payment when your commissions are holding up on it because like everything is locked down, because that doesn't need to change, right? And again, and I say this to the companies that come out and work with me one-on-one. I try to recommend that homeowners just sign checks over if they can. Right now, when people are concerned financially, the last thing that you want to do is have them deposit those funds into their own account. Okay. If they can sign the check over, not to you personally, to the company, not you, to the company, that way those funds get passed through. I have had this happen. I told a story to the last company that was out by me right before all this stuff started happening and traveling wasn't there. I had a customer who deposited the funds. He got like 80 to 90% of the RCV paid up front. And then he started nickeling. He's sending emails saying it was right when the iPad Pro came out. And he's sending emails and the email signature says, sent for my iPad Pro. We never got paid. All that money came in, went out. He ended up bailing on us. Like right now, especially when people are financially conscious, we need to remind them that when it's storm restoration sales, it's ultimately not their money, right? This is like, project was done, it's paid for by the insurance, pass it through, keep it easy. So if you can create that very simple process for them to wrap it up and then submit it, that's great. So I'm going to turn my attention to the email. Got an email from Cody, and Cody says, hey, what are some things that we can be doing right now with this virus crap going on and still have leads coming in? Obviously the mail outs, but there's another approach you'd recommend. So here it is. Direct mail. Yes. Referrals. Absolutely. This is a great time to connect with any past customers or existing customers. It's a great time to network with insurance agents, builders, anyone who sent you business in the past. I've talked about this before, that one-to-many approach, right? So when I say one-to-one, that's like going door to door. I knock one door, I make one sale. Okay, it's one-to-one. One-to-many is anyone who might be tapped into a network of people. If you're doing commercial sales, property managers, if you're, again, insurance agents, you've got home builders or other contractors. I know a lot of people that will network with gutter companies. We used to network also with PDR companies, paintless dent removal, so car dent stuff. Any of those people that you can network with that might be serving other people, those one-to-many, meaning you make a relationship, you say, hey, how can we help each other out? And by the way, it's not always like greasing the palms. It's not always about money. It's about helping people out. If they're doing good work, send them work. If they're doing good, if they're in front of your clients and they can send you work, it's a win-win. Leaf protection companies, connecting with people. Use this time to invest in your network. I networked with one builder that was sending me personally, when I was selling, $500,000 in sales a year of referrals. There was one relationship for years. It's just like, lead. And they were great. Then I networked with my own insurance agent, and then he'd send us stuff. And it was awesome. So when we say what other things that you can do, he said, obviously the mail. So Cody's got the marketing battle pack. He's using the direct mail. Networking. Absolutely. Posting on Facebook, both personal and on the business page to offer. We are offering complimentary inspections where you don't need to do a thing. We're doing our initial thing over video chat. at your leisure on your time. We're scheduling flexibly to accommodate work from home arrangements and all that. And we can show up and do the inspection without you having to come out, and we'll provide a video and video and photo report for you, along with a quick description of what we find, and we can get the process underway. And the final thing is just digital marketing in general. I know I've got sales guys that are here along with owners. This is a really good time for you to invest in your digital marketing presence, making sure your Google My Business listing is accurate, making sure if you are using running Google ads, that your ads are relevant to the current times and all that. Let's see here. So Jason says, is it a conflict of interest to network with adjusters? No, never, ever offer to do anything that isn't right with an adjuster. I can't, guys. The reason I'm so slow, I have a story. There was a gentleman that used to sell with us, and he, I still don't know what the intention was, but he was on the roof with the adjuster, slipped a $20 bill underneath the shingle to mark the shingle. And I'm pretty sure he was, but the adjuster called me up and he's like, hey, Adam, I was on the roof with one of your, it was adjuster I knew because we'd worked a bunch of homes in that area. He says, I was on the roof with one of your salesmen, and he put a $20 bill under a shingle. And I just wanted to let you know, obviously not acceptable. So my point in that, the guy we had to let go, and he pleaded that, like, dude, I had nothing else to market. I just wanted to, and what's a $20 bill going to do? So my point is this: adjusters cannot be purchased. So many people emphasize greasing palms being paying people. Don't do that. There's one, it's not right. Two, it's not ethical. So I have had adjusters walk my team to homes. Hey, I'm jumping up on this other roof after this. A ladder is supposed to be great. I don't think they have a roofer. Do you want to go? I have had adjusters send business as well, even commercial stuff. So is it bad to network? Absolutely not. Just do it on the up and up. Be a good person to say, listen, I don't know where you're at or if you're able to recommend anybody. That being said, if you've enjoyed working together, I know we've run some appointments. We've done some adjustments together. If the way I work jives with you and you know anyone that might need it, I'd be happy to help out. So absolutely okay. All right. Let's see. So I've got another email from David. Let me just skim through this quick and then answer these questions. All right. So David says he's become proficient with door knocking abilities and cold calls, blah, blah, blah. It's crammed schedule. Open to suggestions on content for digital stuff. All right. So on this front, and David, I'll get back to you too in an email. So many people, when we're talking digital marketing, a lot of guys are getting really into the video stuff, especially drone footage. And it's really important to focus on the outcome of the marketing material that you put together. So anytime you put anything out there, you need to, one, provide value, and two, provide a clear call to action. A lot of people get overexcited, like, well, I did this really cool house, it's wood shake, and I flew the drone around and we got cool footage. So they're spending like freaking $5,000 to put together some cool, drone footage shot, and they think they're just gonna like post it on Facebook and the phone's gonna ring. It doesn't work like that. So use content that's human and connects with people. I think showcasing images of your work is great. In my opinion, images of you and a customer, a selfie, a video testimonial, that's the material that's going to work really well to help get the phone to ring. Here's how happy someone else was. Here's a snippet of what they said to me. If you're interested or you have a roof that's been damaged in a hailstorm, I'd love to help you the way I helped, and then name the person in the video, right? Jill. Here's how to get a hold of me. Call so-and-so, text me, or email, whatever. Then offer the video consultation and the no contact inspection at the home. So that's some things that you can do. But again, on those digital marketing efforts, make sure it's clear and with a purpose, provides value. So many people do it wrong. It's like they just make it about me, right? Look how grand our company is. Here's a picture of like 27 employees in front of brand new F-250s. Like, they don't really care. I know it shows that you're established and successful in a legit company. I can understand the human side, like we did that. We had pictures of the team and it was great. Personalize the brand, but just make sure that there's a purpose behind the content that you're putting up there. And okay, he says, loving the content that came with the marketing battle pack, by the way. I'm looking to integrate it into my team during these crazy times, so they've harnessed their pitches and dialogue for the storm season. Awesome. Cool. Super appreciate it, David. Thank you for reaching out. Again, I'll reply to your message. The other thing that you may want to consider is not hitting doors, even without permission. I know some people are reaching like, can I still go leave letters at the door? A lot of people are really conscious of their private space and touching things that other people have touched. Again, I've said this a million times. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what holds coronavirus more longer. They're talking like metal it might live longer. My point is this: people are very conscious of their property showing up, things like that. I would advise against going door to door and leaving physical things, with the exception of existing customers. Okay. I know I mentioned before, plastic baggie with the envelope, postage paid, all that. I think that's okay. You go to the grocery store, you're going to have things other people touched. What I don't think is appropriate is going cold to people's homes, because they're going to be very apprehensive. I got an email, I think it was yesterday. I archived it already. Man, I wish I kept the gentleman's name. So this guy emails me and he says, Adam, people won't even show up at the door. They look at me, they don't want to come to the door. I understand it. This is serious times. So use the direct mail, use the networking. That's what I've got for today. I don't want these to run forever. These are probably going to be about a half hour. So here's what I'm going to close with. Guys, be safe out there. Use this time to invest in yourself. Do not pump the brakes and sit back and wait. Whether it's networking, direct mail strategies, or just investing in your own time, reading sales books. I have a recommended reading list, by the way. If you want to email me, I sent it out to the Roofing Sales Insiders. If you want to get on that list, you get a copy of my ebook, and that's how you'll get notifications. So these lives are going to be coming now daily, except for the weekends, because I spend time with my loved ones on the weekends, as should you, as much as you can. So these will be coming Monday through Friday daily. I don't know when they'll be. If you want notifications to join, to ask your questions, opt in there. And if you do want to ask me any questions or submit them for the live, email me, Adam@RoofStrategist. Again, for anyone that did purchase the Marketing Battle Pack, I'm working on a modified version of a letter to send out to support in this time. And anyone who purchases kind of while it's going on, I'm happy to just send that over to you. So, and then last question that just came in, Amped11 says, what's the best way to hire new sales reps right now? Same as always. Absolutely same as always. So I got off the phone with a company a couple days ago, and they said, Adam, we've never had so many people wanting to work for us, specifically restaurant workers and servers. I have, if you are running a company and hiring, I do offer some training material. And Dan, thank you, by the way. Thank you for being here. So back to the hiring piece. I do have hiring material available. You can check it out. There's links in all my videos, so you can see I have 10 hiring ads. The reason I'm saying this, by the way, anytime I mention my stuff, guys, it's there for you. If you want to use it, if you're one of those people that wants to do it on your own, I encourage it. The channel is here for you and to help you the best way I can. And in those 10, which there's 4 types of people to hire. Okay. One of those is restaurant workers, because they are so familiar with customer service. They're good with people. This industry, because we're not like showing up cold and trying to get someone to fork up a bunch of money for something they don't need, right? This isn't like, we're not selling luxury home remodels. We're selling things people need. And for most of us who are in the hail and restoration side of things, the need's established and someone else pays for it. So you need to show up, be human, explain their options, build trust, and then ask for the business. And oftentimes restaurant workers who are out of work right now, because depending on what state you're in, most restaurants, bars, things like that have closed. So these people are out of work. So I would run ads, Craigslist. You can even put ad spend on Facebook. I've had people having success on LinkedIn. So run ads to find the right people. Here's the 4 areas, by the way. So there's folks in the industry. That's obvious. There's greenhorns. Which are people who aren't in this industry yet that you might want to bring into the industry. 2 of our top salespeople when I was COO of the company that I was working with were people that had very eclectic backgrounds. One never even went into, what was it? I think 8th grade was his last year of school. Another one was a delivery driver. So these guys didn't have traditional sales backgrounds, and they were doing $2 million a year consistently, roughly, in sales. So you've got industry pros, greenhorns, recent college graduates. Those might be harder right now just because of the times. And then the other ones were salespeople from other industries. So greenhorns, by the way, when I say greenhorns, people aren't from the industry, servers fall into that. So my point in the hiring is hire people who might be out of work right now, who are looking for opportunities. Depending on if you're commission only or not, like all those factors are gonna play into it. I do have a training. If you search my channel, it's called Recruiting Closers in the Storm Restoration Industry. I'm not exaggerating. I used to sell that for $1,000, just the video. When I made the mission to make all of my training free, the stuff I sell is material that is literally you're able to print out at home. So when I made that mission to shift my model and do things in a way that I haven't seen anyone else do, and it's out of passion, I made that video free. It's an hour and a half long. I'm thinking about chopping it up at some point. Watch it. You'll learn. So most of the companies that I worked with, I helped them hire, train, and grow sales teams. And everything I put together in that video was the culmination of $30,000 to $70,000 investments to walk through it. And then I kind of packaged it up. So if you are interested in the hiring piece right now, you can find a link in the description. It's also an option to add on to my marketing battle pack for a discount. I have a 21-page hiring manual that goes along with the video. The video is just a video. If you want the ads in the manual, that is an option to purchase. So that's that. So Jeffrey says, what do you think about cold calling? Dude, cold call. I don't even know why I didn't touch that. It's literally sitting up here on my notes. Thank you. Yes, cold calling, absolutely. Again, and anyone that just joined, I'm going to retouch on this. When you are cold calling, I do have cold call scripts in the battle pack. You can also grab some gems. I know there was a guy that said, Adam, I started using your script and I landed like 5 deals in day 1. So the stuff works. Watch my other video, Ace the Pitch at the Door. I did one on cold calling. I'm a dummy with YouTube, even though here I am, right? There's a little search thing. Looks like a magnifying glass. You can click it and you can just type in words you're looking for and the videos will pop up. I have them tagged the right way, I think. So like they're easy to find if you do search for them. So I do have videos on cold calling. So do watch those. And modify it to make sure that when you talk with them, you can say, listen, we respect what's going on right now, and I can offer you a complimentary video session. So we're going to meet. Instead of me showing up, I'm going to handle it all over video. I'll answer all your questions. That way, when we're done, if everything's good, what I'll do is drive over to your home. You don't have to come out. I'll let you know when I'm coming, and I'm going to hop up on your roof, take pictures, take video, and I'll send you a report. So we don't even need to touch. We don't need to be in your home or anything like that. So when you work that cold calling, which by the way, commercial and residential, I do have scripts for both in the battle pack. Check that out. So Jeff, hope that answers your question. If not, drop another one because here I am. I said I was going to go, but I want to stick around while people are here. And then Jason, thank you, Adam. Great info and great advice. Thanks as always, and keep up the great work and videos. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I love seeing stuff like that. I have a fun, vulnerable thing to share. So when I first started this channel, which I don't remember if I've shared this story or not, all my videos were on my website, and the only people that could access them were clients that were paying me on a month-to-month basis for consulting, and I worked one-on-one with them. And I kept having to say no to companies that would reach out. So I'd occasionally get like a salesman reach out or a smaller company that was doing 1 to 3 million a year, and my rates just weren't sustainable. It didn't make sense for them to hire me. And in fact, there was a guy that did hire me, and we got into some scaling stuff and how to pay his salespeople. And I realized that it wasn't smart for him to be spending money on me. And I said, the first thing you got to do is fire me, because you shouldn't be spending money on me. You need to get your books figured out. And anyway, great guy. We've ended up working together after he got all that stuff figured out, and I helped him kind of come back to life, so to speak. But all this stuff was gated. And one day I made the videos free. I didn't even think anything of it. And I thought that people would think that my sales stuff was stupid, like connecting on a human level with people, right? Educating people, using things as bold as saying, it doesn't matter who you choose. I'm gonna explain to you what your options are, which by the way is one of the strongest sales tactics that I've learned. And when I started to teach these things, I was really vulnerable, thinking people would say this, you're stupid, this sucks. And now what happened, I had no intention of this channel even coming to life, but I started getting feedback and comments from fans like you guys that are here on the live, and people were saying, hey, make more. And it took me like a year. Like I made this, I don't even remember what year I put this stuff up, but after I started getting that feedback, I was like, hey man, there's good people out there that actually enjoy this. And now I get folks that fly out to me. So teams do come out. I do offer one-on-one work, by the way, and I am adjusting things. I used to offer only 2 ways. One was video 101, and the other one was teams flying out to me here in Colorado, and we do deep dive sessions. I have a video to explain the process if you're interested. But now with the stuff that's going on, I'm introducing options to work one-on-one via video with teams. But at any rate, that's beside the point. It's because of fans like you. Thank you, by the way. We just surpassed 3,000 subscribers, which to me is a huge milestone. I love it. And I'm so glad that the companies that are flying out, they're like, Adam, I've tried other models. I've switched to yours just because your sales style jives with me. I have to say, there's great people in this industry. There's a wealth of knowledge. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. What I do have to say is that find who resonates with you, period. There's some people who love this sales tactic. Go do it. No harm, no foul. There's no right or wrong. The only thing that I do draw the line on right or wrong is just ethics, right? Being right, doing right by people and following the rules. That's it. But follow the systems that feel right by you, because a salesperson will, as a salesperson, when you're at the door, if you're like regurgitating things or trying things that don't feel authentically you, it's not going to come across right. You're going to fumble until it becomes natural. And that's why I teach the sales style that I teach. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of sales tactics. You can watch, my favorite one-liner. I don't remember if that video poster, if it's coming up soon. Might be soon. If it's soon, it's a teaser. But I have my favorite one-liner. Oh, it is coming up soon. I think it's next Tuesday. My favorite one-liner to get up on the roof. You've seen my body language stuff. You've learned my acing the pitch and why I use certain language at the door, how to get to yes, how to overcome objections. There's plenty of sales fundamentals built into this human connection, real relationships, and education side to win the business, because people, especially now more than ever, like just this time, forget the COVID-19 stuff. Just in general, people want to do business with humans, not faceless corporations. And they're buying from people that they like and that they trust. So when you can just be real and enjoy your work, find meaning in what you do, and connect authentically with folks, like amazing stuff happens. So I appreciate everybody who's reached out, shared that, saying, hey, your stuff jives with me. I have people who have come from service backgrounds, people that don't have sales backgrounds, people that do have sales backgrounds, digital marketers, a lot of coaches, people that came from football, athletes, weightlifters, and people like, dude, I dig your style. So if you're here and you do that, I personally think, especially with the current environment, with everything going on, it's gonna serve you in a good way. Again, my belief. And people that don't like my stuff aren't gonna watch, and that's cool. There's other things for everybody here. So thanks for being here. I'm gonna wrap this up. So this is the first LockDown Live, as I'm calling it. I had the idea on Sunday morning. Here it is, Wednesday. I'm making it happen. These are going to be LockDown Lives. They're going to be free, just chats and training sessions. Bring your questions. If you can't make it, email me, adam@roofstrategist.com. My inbox has been really full lately, just with all questions coming in. I promise I get back to everybody. So I will get back to you. And then if you want notifications, join my insiders list. Okay. Roof Strategist Insiders. There's a link. It's roofstrategist.com. It'll forward you there, and you can get on, and I'll be sending emails out to let you know when I'm going live, because I don't really know when right now, because my schedule is a little hectic. Thank you all for being here. Look for more. We'll get through this. This will be a bump in the road. I promise. I can't make that promise. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, I do think we'll get through this. I'd like to promise. If we all die, then hey, then that's that. But I don't think that's going to happen either. So thanks, guys. And Chris, glad to hear you here. And yeah, Jason, I'll get back to you in the email. Don't suck at follow up. If you have the battle pack, I don't remember. I think you do. If you have the battle pack, use the script, man. I've got scripts on the follow up. By the way, I sucked at sales, dude. I didn't even know how to ask for the business. I'd be the guy that the person would literally have their hand on a pen, like, well, where do I sign? And I didn't know how to ask for the business. And then I just started following up, and then people finally closed with me. And then I learned how to sell. So anyway, if you suck at follow-up, watch my video, by the way, called how to make money in sales if you suck at selling. Just go search my channel, Suck at Selling. Perfect. If you have the battle pack, use those follow-up scripts and follow them. I've got text ones in there. I've got obviously the phone ones and the email ones. So check those out. Those will really help you out. Now is a really great time, by the way. Last thing, this is the third time I've tried to end this thing. You guys reel me back in. That's cool. I'm here for you guys anyway. If you have any open leads, re-engage them. Absolutely. And yes, ask 3 times. Agreed. By the way, Chris, I'm going to be doing a video. I had this idea. I keep everything in my little handy notepad. I had an idea the other day, 3 times for the sale. Yes. On putting together another video just about getting to yes, because I do agree. Ask 3 times. Don't apologize, man. You're all good. You're all good, man. I'm glad we're here. So when you say ask for the sale 3 times, usually what most people, not everybody, I'm no saint, guys. I just teach what I know. Most people forget to ask for the ask. So it's really powerful when you say, hey, so I'm going to give an example. Let's say you've done you knocked on the door, you got the inspection. Now you're at that point, you got to transition to contingency agreement. It's super, super powerful to get them to say, yes, I want to learn more. So you get to yes before you even bring the contingency up to go through it or even present it. Okay. And the reason that you do that is you get permission for two reasons. One, you get them saying yes. And two, if you jump into it too soon, which this is a mistake. Sorry, guys, this is a mistake that a lot of rookie salespeople make, or even seasoned salespeople, that they just don't think through it all or do it consciously, is they'll slide into it right away and just get into the pitch too soon. They didn't overcome objections. There's things that they didn't bring up yet. There's questions that they have that they weren't answered. So I do two things. I say, before I go any further, I want to stop for a minute. Do you have any questions for me? Anything I didn't touch yet? And just wait. And they'll usually say, no, I'm good. Or they'll say, you know what? Yeah. Then you overcome them. Say, great. Then here's the yes question. Is this something you want to chat about next steps and how we might be able to help you? Okay. Super simple. Is this something you'd like to chat next steps and learn how we might be able to help you? That's where you're literally given permission to start the sale. That first yes is huge. Okay. That's the yes that you go for first. Yes, great. Here's how it works. And then boom. And then from here on, you can watch my how to use the contingency agreement as a sales tool. And through that process, you're going to get to yes, yes, yes. Again, final questions, boom, slide it over. All we need is your autograph here. So anyway, Chris, thank you for bringing that up. I'm going to be doing another video on that here in coming days. Some of the videos might get delayed as I'm doing a lot of this live stuff on the LockDown Live. So now I'm actually going to wrap this up so YouTube can post this thing for anyone who might be home looking for stuff. I'm going to close with this. Huge thank you to you guys. I can't even begin to explain the fuel that your feedback, your comments, and your emails bring to this channel. Like, this is literally driven by you. I look at emails like, this is what my people need, and I make it. So thanks for being here. Second, if you want notifications for these upcoming lives, join the Roof Strategist Insiders. There's a link at the top of the chat. There's a link which I'll update. I don't know if it's there. I'm a tech dummy sometimes. Good at what I do, but tech, man. So we'll make sure, my team and I will make sure that there's links in the description for you to opt in so you can get notifications. And then anyone who's purchased or might be purchasing shortly, I'm going to be working on a letter, a modified version of the letter, and just some tips to send out to everybody to help out through this time to rise to the occasion. And podcast is live. All the videos will soon be updated. I'm starting with like the top 10 and then everything moving forward. So Tuesday mornings, 5 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 6 a.m. Central. Yeah. You'll be able to see videos on the channel, and all those videos, the audio is going to be playing on a podcast. So if you're cruising around in your truck, if you want to listen to anything, you can stream them there. And if there's any videos that aren't on the podcast that you want to see, just email me. I can get them added. That way, you know, some of those ones that you might want to re-listen to, you can listen to in the truck. So huge thank you to everybody who's joined me. Keep an eye out for LockDown Lives every day, except Saturday, Sunday, moving forward until we get through this thing. Be well, my people. Thanks for being here. See you next time.